damn it, you know every time I come through, goddamn, I'm gonna do that shit. I'm gonna do it every time we go through here, lady man. Cause me, hold on. Where's Cole's man? Where we at, man?
Man, we
Cause me,
live,
man,
baby.
you
We live, baby.
is everywhere they need to be, my God.
You know what
And
time it
guess what
is,
we got?
man.
We got the special guest for the special request, man. We got West Coast Billy. Don't be silly, ain't it, man? Don't be silly when it's West
Man,
Coast Billy, man. That's my God
man,
right there,
you know
man.
how it is, man. Gotta
His
keep moving
brand
with
is
the
called
world, man. It don't stop, baby. It don't
Indeed.
stop. You know what
Indeed.
I mean?
His is called This Week. This Week Flows. All right, Billy. Just give a quick introduction there, Haru. Quick introduction on what you do, and then let's go ahead and get into it.
All right, what's good, y'all? Once again, this is West Coast Billy. Like y'all know, my brand is This Week Flows. That's my podcast, my media company, my networking company. That's my baby. You know what I mean? I started my brand in 2019. Man, it started off as a
Whenever
podcast
you ready.
and it went all around the world. You hear me? You hear me, y'all?
Yep. I can hear you, God. Go ahead.
Oh, all
I can
right.
hear you. Roll out. Keep going.
Yeah. Yeah, man. I mean, my brand went from This Week Flows to, man, the journey is everything, man. Appreciate the journey, man, because now I'm proud to announce I'm the new CFO for Royals United. Man, God is good. I'm blessed for that opportunity. Man, so much has been going on in my life, especially with finances. Especially with finances. But man, I'm like I said, I'm on the go, man. I started pest control school last week. You know, I'm on my 2-year journey right now to start my own pest control company. Um, Man, and that fell in my lap through the grace of God because I felt like whatever I do in life, I'm gonna have to deal with some roaches, some insects. Um, I'm a project manager. I already know I'm gonna be getting into the construction industry and things of that nature. So I want to make sure I'm prepared first. You know, they say when preparation meets opportunity, you got it, man. It all falls together, all falls in line. Everything flow together, but you got to work it. You got to work it. You got to go through the bumps and bruises. You got to bump your head, make mistakes, learn from your mistakes, bump your head some more, and keep going. I mean, listen, if you're an entrepreneur and you're not making mistakes, you must be God or something. You must be a RoboCop. Now, I'm not saying you got to make all the mistakes in the world, but man, learning is everything. You know, um, I'm so thankful to be a part of the finance industry. Last December, I became certified as an independent business broker for David Allen Capital. Shouts out to David Allen Capital. Shouts out to my mentor, DeAnthony Thomas, former Kansas City Chief, former Oregon City Duck.
Yeah,
I'm so
yeah,
thankful for the
yeah.
opportunity, man. You know what I mean? Like I said, God is good, man. God is good. I'm just growing, man. You know, and
And I
like
ain't
I
going.
said, this is just the
I ain't
beginning,
even going.
y'all.
Hold on. You already know the God gotta come through here. You know I gotta come through here. You know I'm not gonna let you give it to nobody but your higher self, your self, your God self, your hustle now, Haru. Because guess what? All the signs could be out there, but if you ain't spark in yourself to go do whatever, you wouldn't be where you are, huh? So I'm not gonna ever let you put anybody that rock with me like that, and I rock with you like that. You're not gonna put yourself behind the back burner for an unseen deity, huh? Because like I say, ye are gods, huh? Generator, operator, destroyer. But look, check it out, G. As far as the financial climate, real quick before we get to your notes, as far as the financial climate for black community diaspora, what is it looking like on that front, whether it's stocks or group economics or whatever? And then what does it look like overall just for America?
Well, I'll be honest. As I'm looking at the market for black people. A lot of black people are going back to school. A lot of black people are getting trades. Um, Especially everybody knows. I mean, I know it's a touchy subject, but immigration. A lot of people getting deported. A lot of jobs opening up. I'm not asking for anybody to get deported. I'm not, you know what I mean? Peace to everybody, let everybody. But I'm saying the market is opening it up for black people. But I think black people need to also think about entrepreneurship too. If you're going to invest into a trade, um, because you want to get into business for yourself. Now, if you don't want to do paperwork and deal with all that shit, all right, cool. Just get you a skill, go work with somebody. But if you're gonna work with somebody, try to find you, somebody of your own kind. And the reason why I say that is because, listen, I didn't work for everybody, white people, Mexican people, black people, and I ain't trying to be racial, but it's easier for them to lay you off than their own kind. So I'm gonna just say for all my brothers and sisters out there, I ain't trying to scare nobody, but if you're going out there, whatever skill set you develop or whatever you're doing in life, just remember your skin tone. Just remember that. Be aware of that. I'm not saying that's going to be a weapon against you. Actually, that is your weapon if you know how to use it. Um, but a lot of black people are going back to school. Um, and I think it's, due to, inflation rising. Um, we already know the rent is rising, the mortgage is rising, and everything is rising except the pay. So I this is how I feel. I think we need to really focus on budgeting, simple economics. And the reason why I say that is
Mm.
because,
Come on, come on, come on. You right. Hey, be sure of yourself. You got it. You know what you're talking about, son. Come
or
on.
the reason,
Let's
because the
go. We
reason why I
got it.
say that is because, listen, I used to be a big fan of eating out, fast food, uh, just spending money just foolishly. I mean, even like smoking weed, I was just spending money just foolishly, just because I had the money. And that's not a good way to look at money. And the reason why I say that is I watched a podcast the other day, and this brother said, money ain't even real. And it fucked me up for a little bit. Because I'm like, how is money not real? Is we see it, we use it, we swipe our debit card and our credit card, but it made sense once I thought about it deeply. Your mind gets you the money. Your knowledge and what you know about finance gets you the money. You go to work to make money. It's an idea. If we didn't have the idea to wake up and want to do better for ourselves, we wouldn't. What's the point of living? We was put here for a reason. Now I'm not saying we was put here to be working slaves, but I'm saying we was put here to learn, grow, and evolve. And if you're not learning, growing, and evolving, you dying, and you dying fast. Especially now, the way they putting shit in foods. I mean, everybody know about Bill Gates, and I ain't trying to put Bill Gates on blast, but we know what these billionaires is doing. We know how they getting down now. I mean, the secret is out. Take care of your health. Take care of take care of your family, man. Focus on your health. Man, I'm telling you, fast food ain't your best friend. I'm not saying don't eat fast food. What I'm saying is health is wealth. It don't matter how much money you have if your health is fucked up. And your mind is the most important thing because your mind is the strongest muscle that you have. So when he said money ain't real, he's absolutely right. None of this shit is real. We make it real. Me, you, the working class individual, everybody plays their part to make this shit flows. I don't know if y'all ever watched The Wire. It was, and I know y'all probably like, why you bring up The Wire? It's one part in The Wire where Omar, he's talking to his bank, which is Butchie, and he
Mm,
felt
mm,
guilty about working with the cops.
mm-hmm.
And Butchie said, don't you shouldn't feel guilty about any of this shit because everybody has to play a role in life. If you ain't gonna be the drug dealer, somebody else is gonna do it. The cops have to be the cops. Everybody has to play their role for this life to work the way it needs to work. So there's really no point in having a guilty conscience because if you ain't gonna do it, somebody gonna do it. So if you out there, you got a business idea, you know you want to start your own brand, or you have a skill set that you feel is valuable to the business world, utilize that. Because if you don't, somebody else will, and that's just the way the universe works. If you have an idea that you feel can make you a lot of money, or you feel like can at least set you up nice to where you ain't got to work again,
You talking that talk. You talking
you
that
might want to
talk
operate
because
on
you
that.
know
Man,
how many times we been talking and politicking with our homies, friends, colleagues, associates, whatever, man, and then we fuck around and see the idea next week or whenever. You know what I'm saying? Somebody done the damn idea we probably don't know or we might be an acquaintance of or something like that.
mm-hmm,
So that's why they say, hey man, hey, be careful who we tell our ideas to. And then
mm-hmm.
get you check this out. Our ideas are ours as long as we keep them. Now, once we talk to someone else or express our ideas however we do elsewhere, then it's out to the public and it usually belongs to someone else, especially when we talk to family, homies, friends, and things of that nature. I'm talking about frequency and energy. When people say, well, this person put bad luck on me or this person put bad luck on my idea, that was because a lot of times in our earlier phases, we wasn't aware of who we should talk to our ideas about. You see what I'm saying? And so a lot of times, energetically, people could, like we say, people can hate on your idea from afar. That's a whole other live though. As far as energetically sabotaging our ideas. But look, go ahead, G. My
No,
fault.
I
And as
want to.
far
No,
as go ahead, we're
no, I
picking
want
out
to
the stuff.
add to that. And what he mean? And I'm gonna tell you why everything he says is 100% true. Everybody that's a financial expert would tell you a patent is actually more important than the actual copyright itself. Now think, why would the
Mm,
patent be more important than the copyright? You know how important the copyright is. We all know everything is copyrighted. YouTube copyright shit, labels copyright, everybody copyrighting everything. But if a patent is more important than the copyright itself, that shows you the power of an idea. You see what I'm saying? That
absolutely. Now, see,
patent,
the only
you see what
thing
I'm saying?
is, though, Nehru, unfortunately, though, these other entities control the patent process. See, so what ends
Yeah.
up unfortunately happening is when just like okay, salute to the Julian Brown Plastiline when he had his recent interview on Earn Your Legion when he was saying his statement was getting a patent is the dumbest idea ever. He had a small story saying it
Mhm.
was a guy that had a patent or had something he did the first whatever, and then they took his patent or they took his idea and they didn't pay him for it, and he had the thing patent. So we really got to unfortunately move strategic in this tricky the way this tricky thing is set up. You know what I'm saying? Because if it's gonna interfere with certain industries or certain big conglomerates, then we start to see little just out of nowhere stuff start to occur. So, how much do you want to talk to that, man? As far as financial discipline, we know, yes, people say financial literacy. A lot of people had know about finances. Hell, a lot of people even know how to get money. It's just the discipline and uh the awareness to where to invest in and what to do with it next.
I mean, I think this is how I think about it. If when it comes to investing, it's a dirty game, man. That person who got his patent stolen. I mean, I'm guaranteeing the person that stole from him probably gave him a contract which gave him control of the patent, even though he probably owned the patent. See, I learned that too. You can own your business, but if you're doing business with other people, other influencers and companies, and they have control, and whatever deal you doing with
Mm,
them, they can use
mm,
that control and take over your company to where, yeah, you own it, but they run it.
mm,
You see what I'm saying?
mm.
That's actually happened that happened to one black influencer. I forgot her name, but she owned the company, and she did one deal with a company or an influencer, and he gave her a fucked up contract, and he was able to control her, and actually she had to fight like hell to get her shit back. But it was an ugly process. I mean, she had to make it public. She had to go on Instagram, and also too, y'all. Sometimes you gotta put these big companies on blast. Um, I know a lot of y'all want to fight y'all battles in private,
Mm,
but
mm,
if you black, I don't know how private you can get. To be honest with
mm.
you, because if you're a black business owner and you doing your shit, yeah, they gonna come after you. I'm gonna just be real. They gonna come after you. I mean, look at Bill Cosby, for instance. Look at Bill Cosby's business portfolio. I'm not whatever he did. He did whatever. I'm not justifying none of that. I'm just saying nobody was talking about Bill Cosby until Bill Cosby was really making them moves. He started doing big boy moves. Eyes got
Mm.
on him. Same with Diddy. Same with all these. So I'm saying if you a black successful business owner and you in the limelight, all right, just keep, it's like Jay-Z said, pay for them lawyers. You gotta pay for them lawyers. And
Mm.
also, I was talking to my friend the other day, right? This is what I told him. I'm a big sports fan, y'all. I love sports. But I told my son the other day, he 9 years old. I said, son, my first goal, I want you to be a lawyer. I don't even really want you to play sports. And it hurt me to say that, but it's gonna hurt me if he just become a great athlete, but he's a dumb athlete. I hate to say it, a lot of these athletes are stupid. No offense to them, but it makes no sense to be talented and stupid.
Mm. Mm.
You know what I mean?
Mm.
So I told my son, I'd rather you be a lawyer because of what black people are going through now, and because we gonna need lawyers instead of investing into other races who are lawyers. And no offense to those other races, there's been some great white lawyers that ain't got niggas off, Jewish lawyers that ain't got some niggas, but niggas had to put their trust into them to get them off, and that's a trust. That take your hair off, man. That age you 10, 15 years not knowing what crime, what the judge gonna throw at you. A lot of black people got charges against them and they ain't even do the crime. But we in a fucked up system. And now I think we are in a phase of the system to where we can fight the system. And I don't think it's been like that since 400 years ago. I think this is really one of those few times where black people got a voice, but black people got to be about that action. And it's gonna be ugly. It's gonna be, they say
Mm.
casualties of
Mm.
war. It's gonna be casualties of war, and it's gonna be a war
Mm.
before it's peace. I hate to tell y'all that. It's gonna be a war. If you
Mm.
seeing what you seeing with Iran and all them niggas in Israel, that's just the beginning. That's just
Mm.
the beginning. For those out there who love their finances, watch how Israel moves. Just watch Israel. Israel is very important to to all of our finances. All of us. And
Mm.
it's fucked up
Mm.
as black people that we got to deal with this shit. Cause I'm gonna be honest with you, as a black person, I hate dealing with other races' problems. I hate it. And I'm gonna be honest, cause when we
Mm.
go through our shit, we go through our shit alone. So I hate seeing other races problems, and they want us to help. I just hate it. But that's just me. I'm not racist or nothing like that. But I hate when other people have problems. Their problems is more important than us. Nah, I ain't feeling that no more. Not going for that no more. And I may lose out on a lot of opportunities, a lot of business, a lot of money. That's cool.
You
Also,
just you
black people
just
too.
being
Yeah.
you just being a critical thinker. You have rule. Now look real quick so we don't get too far off. You said you was telling me about some notes,
Mhm.
man. What you got in the notes, and then we can flow off of that. What you got for the notes?
All right. All right. So I said for everybody out there that's working right. Say you get a check every 2 weeks. When you get your check, you want to pay yourself first. And what I mean by pay yourself first, I mean exactly that. Set you up an account. Um, Whether I say an IRA account or a high yield savings account, if you can. But if you can't do a high yield savings account right now, I say strongly invest into an IRA. Um, a lot of people would tell you 401k, but I don't believe 401k is going to be around much longer. I think, far as retirement, I think it's going to be more so on the worker to focus on their retirement, and that's if you want to stay in the workforce. If you don't want to get into
Now,
business, you don't want to do any of that, invest into an IRA.
hold on, real quick. Now, before you just don't just say blanket statement. Now, when we say pay yourself first, is it a certain percentage? Is it certain like as far as like a fun? What do they call that? Like a fun uh budget for fun. You know what I'm saying? To going out, whatever personal stuff, going to the corner store, whatever it is, should it be a certain percentage that they pay themselves first, just for the people to be a little, so we can be a little bit more sharper and thorough? Because some people are a little more disciplined than others.
I'm gonna be honest. If you're not disciplined, 10%. If you are disciplined, 12 to 15%, or 20%. If you're that disciplined, 20%. But if you're not disciplined and you know you like to spend money and have fun, for all my women out there that like to go shopping and shit, 10% every check. You should have 10% taken out your check, and you shouldn't even think about the shit. You shouldn't even think, it shouldn't cross your mind. Because I'm telling you, if you look into that account, you're going to take that money and you're going to kick yourself in the ass down the line. Now, I understand emergencies happen. Um, you know, shit happens, man. If it's an emergency dealing with, some like surgery or some shit like that, something where you are, you might need the money. But if you know damn well ain't nothing going on serious, 10% each, I say each check, or 10% for the whole month. So that would mean 5% each check. But I would say 10% if you just want to be basic. You'll see a big change in your life
And
in one
sometimes,
year.
and sometimes it's as easy as cutting back on certain activities. Maybe cutting back on going to church and tithing. Maybe cutting back on some of those subscriptions, and just different, little small nuances, like you were saying. Could you go over the differences between those accounts that you were suggesting, by the way? When you was
Well, the reason why I was saying I'm not a fan of the 401k is because 401k was meant for I invest a dollar, the company invests a dollar. That's just the basic way I can really break down a 401k without really getting too fucking crazy. And I'm cool with that. I invest a dollar, the company invests a dollar. Well, that's fine if the company's making money, right? I think if the stock market get hit 40%, that's going to affect you too. So that's why I think I'm not saying I'm all the way against a 401k. What I'm saying is, if you're going to invest into a 401k, invest into the company that has that 401k. Try to learn about the company's profits, um, when they started, where they going. And I know that shit sounds weird, but you investing your money into some people you don't know at the end of the day, and that's just the honest opinion. I'm gonna be honest. Look at like the Asians. There's a lot of Asian people, right? And you probably wondering why they're Asians. A lot of Asian people don't put their money in the bank because they don't trust people. They don't trust nobody. So if you one of them people that don't trust the banks, and you don't trust, and you're not really trustworthy, then you got to invest into a safe. You got to invest into ways of hiding your safe, hiding your money, being secretive about your money, but they trying to do away with money. So you're gonna want to look at the economy. You're gonna want to look at currency. You want to look at how they feel about the dollar, where the dollar is going. I mean, this shit, you gotta really do your homework with this shit, because you'll sit there and be saving money, and shit, 15 years down the line, they might say, okay, money is useless now. It has no value. And all that shit you was doing for nothing. You see what I'm saying? So it's like you gotta really, like, really pay. That's why a lot of people are investing into gold and silver, because they say it's going back to a bartering system. It's gonna go back to the exchange of goods, and I see it now too. I see it. I really do believe that we are going back to a bartering system. Um, Shout out to Golden Crown. Shout out to Royals United. I feel like we are creating a great system of entrepreneurs and like-minded individuals, and I think we creating an economy of whether we know it or not, because that's what an economy is. It's people coming together, like-minded people coming together, and realizing, man, we can invest our money together and make some shit happen. We can build some shit. But it's a work in progress. You got to trust the right people. You got to know who you're dealing with. If you got an idea, you can't tell everybody. You got to be careful who you talk to, and then you got to be cognizant of who you dealing with too, because this shit gets scary, especially when you start budgeting. You'll lose friends, you'll lose family, because once you start budgeting your money, you're gonna start moving different. And if somebody deals with you day to day, they're gonna notice you moving different. And I'm gonna be honest with you, a lot of times your friends ain't gonna want to do what you do. You know, they ain't gonna want to rock with how you rocking. That's just the honest truth. A lot of people are slaves to the system. I was one of them people, a slave to the motherfucking system. And I'm gonna tell you something, man. This system is getting tricky with AI, robotics. Um, I mean the way they doing agriculture. I mean they trying to inject shit into your food and you ain't they not gonna even label it. They try. I mean, it's y'all gotta really do your homework. I'm not trying to scare y'all, but if you got a kid out there, son, daughter, push them towards being a lawyer. Push them towards careers that can help them fight the system. Don't I understand we want to make money, we want to live good, but I'm telling you, all that make money, we gonna live a good life. That shit is a facade. And you make your history, you make your future. Your life is only gonna be good as you make it. And I know that sounds crazy, but there's no job, anything out there that can make your life. You have to make your life like that. If you don't believe me, look into the athletes out there. They making millions of dollars. They leave the sport and they broke after 5 years because money ain't real. It's all in here. If you ain't got your mind right, if you're not training your mind, you done out here. That's why I suggest taking walks. If you're not a person that likes to work out, take walks. Think about your finances. Think about shit you spend your money on. Think about what's hurting you, especially if you broke and you waiting for your next check. Think about why you broke. Think about the mistakes you made to cause you to be broke. I'm telling you, this shit is important. I'm telling you, it's the best experience you'll ever have in your life. Actually, I'm gonna be honest with you. Being broke sometimes is actually being better than having money, because you could be stupid with money. But if you broke, you know you was stupid and got broke for a reason.
Go back, go back. You say sometimes being broke. Say it one more time.
Sometimes being broke is better than actually having the money.
Hey. Oh, go
You see what I'm
ahead.
saying? Because it's all in here. If you stupid, that money ain't even, it means no good to you. That money's gone. It's only a matter of time. Look at, and you know what's funny too? When you have money, a lot of people want to yap. They do this. We want to do this. I've been guilty of it. You get a new job, you start getting a new check, you want to do this, you want to talk. Chirp, 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 chirp. All you doing is you the light and you extracting mosquitoes. That's what you are. You extracting mosquitoes and they gonna suck you dry. Telling you, I've been there. It's painful.
You
You don't
say
gotta go through the pain I've been through.
you say they the lit fire and they attracting the mosquitoes, man.
Yeah, you become the light and you realize who's the mosquitoes at that point. You'll realize it.
Yeah. Come on, son.
I'm gonna be honest with
What
you. You
else
know
we got with
why?
it?
I'm gonna be why. Because when you start moving different, you start managing your money right, people
Mm-hmm.
gonna try to make you feel guilty for your stay in that.
People
And I'm
gonna
not
try to make
saying
you
to
feel
turn your
guilty of what?
yeah, your
People gonna make
success.
you feel guilty of what? Ah,
Success.
or is it your success or
Success.
your work ethic? Is it the success or the work ethic though? Because sometimes you can come from the same level of playing field, so to speak, with people, and you just might have had a little more work ethic. You didn't brown nose, you didn't do none of that. You just, you just your work ethic paid off, and then just the opportunity met the work ethic, and there that is. You know what I mean? So, real quick, what else we got on the notes so we can go to go to the next thing? Excuse me, more.
Yes, sir. Let's get to it. Right. Next, knowledge is power and profitable. Knowledge is power and profitable. And what I mean by that is learn to learn to use telling you, y'all, telling you, baby, knowledge is power and profitable. And what I mean by that is when you got knowledge, you start to use critical thinking. Critical thinking, I'm gonna be honest, military recruits people that have strong critical thinking skills. If you got strong critical thinking skills, everybody in the world is gonna want you. Because if you're able to improvise, you're able to look for solution. You're solution based. See, a lot of people are problem based. They know the problem. Everybody can tell you the problem. Everybody can bitch about the problem. We can all bitch about our problems. Everybody you know got a problem. We all got a problem. And I could bitch about my problems to the to the morning time and still go on. But you gotta be
Rising
solution based.
to the rising. Yeah. Solution
Yes,
based.
sir.
Maybe not the military, because a lot of time that's conforming. But I understand what you're
Hmm.
saying, being the visionary pioneer, being able to. I was gonna get to that too. How do you focus through and discipline through being bored, man? Because a lot of times, man, people, discipline don't look sexy, Nehru. It don't feel good a lot of times. It feel, sometimes it be lonely, or whatever have you, depending on what we talking about. So how do you get through the sometimes those boredom phases, or those phases where you feel like it's nothing really happening at the speed that we wanted to happen in, but it really is. But we just moving too fast sometimes to see it. We just gotta slow down and do reflection.
I'm gonna be honest with you. You when you start to move different and you start to budget and you start to think smarter, it's gonna be tough in the beginning. The beginning is the worst because it's easy to resist. It's harder to change. See, when you start changing, your body gonna want to resist. It ain't gonna just be the people
Whoa, whoa,
around
whoa,
you.
whoa, whoa,
It's
whoa, 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 whoa,
your
whoa, whoa,
body
whoa,
gonna
whoa,
want
whoa,
to
whoa.
resist.
Hold on, whoa, 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 whoa. It's easy to resist, but what?
It's way harder to change. Way harder to change.
Yeah.
Way.
Y'all better. Hey, I'm gonna tell y'all right now. If you see this interview and if y'all use this stuff money, y'all better give my guy West Coast Billy a percentage, man. I'm serious, man. Reach out to Cosmic so I can get with West Coast Billy, because he is dropping these brick and mortar balls like. Come on, man. Come on, man. Keep it going. I'm loving it. Keep it going, G.
I'm telling you, it's harder. It's harder to change. It's easy to resist. It's easy to give up, y'all. It's easy to quit and just go home. It's easy to be comfortable. That's what they want you to be. They want you to be comfortable. They don't even want you. They don't even want you to be ambitious no more. They don't want that. They want you to go to work. They want you to make that check. They want you to be happy going to work. Go to work, live for the weekend. You live for the weekend, you back broke on Monday. That's the game. But I'm gonna tell you like this: you ain't gotta play that game. You don't gotta play that game. You could take baby steps when you're making this change. It don't gotta be a overnight thing. I took baby steps. That's why I'm happy the way I am now. I'm happy. I love my life because I'm not wowed by the I'm not wowed anymore. You can't wow me anymore. There's nothing you can't really impress me anymore. And what I mean by that is I'm impressed with good energy. I'm impressed with good frequency. I'm impressed with people who want to do better for themselves. I'm more impressed with a motherfucker who got his own logo than wearing Louis Vuitton, Gucci, and all that shit. And no offense, a lot of that shit look good. Don't get me wrong, designer clothes, they look good. But I'd rather invest into a motherfucker with his own logo, with his own brand, than that, because I just like to see, I like to see growth. I like to be with like-minded people. I believe that is
Mm,
wealth. I believe wealth is how you really look at it, how you really look at
mm,
life. Because you're gonna have bills, you're gonna have expenses, but if you solution based, whatever problems you have, you're gonna figure out a way to solve those problems. We all, let's say you want a new house. I'm telling you, you do the research, you invest into a mentor, somebody who's and a mentor don't even got to be a financial expert. You can invest into somebody who you know got a house. And go ask some questions. Hey man, what did you do to get your house? What are some of the steps you took? Um, can you teach me about property tax? You teach me about mortgage. You don't even gotta tell me about your mortgage, but teach me, you know, things you have to change when you got a mortgage. Spending habits. This shit is important because whether you invest into a house, whether you invest into a business, whatever you invest in, you're gonna have to know basic economics. I'm not saying you gotta be like a math musician, but you got to understand the basics because if not, they're gonna rob you. They're gonna rob you. Your accountant will rob you. Uh, your lawyer can rob you. Your wife will rob you. Your cousin will rob you. Your mom will rob you. You're Don't put yourself in position to get robbed. And anybody can be robbed, but if I'm gonna be robbed, it's gonna be by surprise. It's not gonna be some. I'm not gonna set myself up for you to gun me down. If you're gonna get me, you just gonna have to catch me. Right place, right time. Hey, I give it to you. Hell, I give you the hoodie too if you need it that bad. It ain't that serious to me. You know what I mean? But
No
it's
doubt.
real out here when you know what I mean when it comes to economics.
mm.
You
I'm
know,
listening. I'm listening. I'm listening.
um,
I'm listening. G,
especially if
we
you're
gonna
trying to be an
keep going on the
entrepreneur.
note. What else you got? What else you gonna keep flowing? Mm,
All
mm.
right, and then
With shit,
I
it ain't
said learn to
easy. It ain't
implement
easy
critical
being an
thinking.
entrepreneur. We gonna do that part three. We gonna do that part three. The chronicles of being an entrepreneur, though, the ups and downs and different things like that. We'll do that with part
Mm-hmm.
three. But go ahead. I'm listening. You said
Yes,
critical thinking.
sir.
I'm
We're gonna
listening.
get part. Yep, and which leads me to do not believe everything you read or hear. Fact check. I want you to believe everything I'm telling you right now.
Mm, mm.
I want you to have faith in me. But guess what? I could be telling you some bullshit. I can. Now I don't think I'm telling you no bullshit. I think I'm doing everything I can to tell you to give you the best advice I can give you so you don't make the same mistakes I made. You see what I'm saying? See, when I'm telling you shit, I'm telling you this shit because I made these mistakes, or I've seen somebody make these mistakes. So I've seen it firsthand. You see what I'm saying? But do not believe everything you read. Don't believe everything you hear. Fact check. Fact check. If you don't believe, fact check me. Go to my Instagram. I am Billy D underscore. Fact check me. Ask me questions. Drill me with questions.
Mm.
This we in the world of
Go ahead,
business.
God. Go ahead. Go ahead.
You know
Just
what
go
I'm saying?
ahead.
Yes. I'm gonna just be honest. We in the world of business. I have a motto. Fuck my feelings. When it comes to business, my vision and how I see the team's vision is bigger than myself. I can't afford to be emotional. I can't afford to be pouting, bitching, complaining. I gotta take my bumps and bruises as they come, but I gotta learn. I gotta learn in the process. Because if you're not learning as you're taking your bumps and bruises, you're just getting your ass whooped. No, there's a reason why you financially getting your ass whooped. There's a reason why we all getting our ass whooped financially. It's
He
it's
said, if
it's
you
designed for
ain't
us to get
learning, you
better.
ain't earning, man. You ain't learning, you ain't earning.
Yeah, you ain't man. I'm telling y'all, it's a dirty game. It's a dirty game. Don't believe everything you read. Don't believe everything you hear. I don't care how your favorite rapper is living. Matter of fact, if you want to, if fact check your favorite rapper, try to find his contract. if you can. A lot of times they try to hide it.
Mm.
Try to see what he's really getting. Watch how dark it get. Watch how dark it get with your favorite entertainers, celebrities, athletes. Watch how dark it get. You watch sports, right? A lot of y'all watch sports. When they had their CBA meetings and their union meetings, and when they trying to renegotiate for new contracts and shit, and a new deal with owners and the players and shit, watch how
That's
ugly that shit get.
and that's literally what that is. That's literally what, like, if we wanted to take it down to a simplistic level, that's like a union, like we were saying, which is the players. And let's say if it was a warehouse or a shipyard worker or something like that,
Mhm.
and they was on strike, it's the same thing with the NBA. They gotta
Mhm.
ask for more money. That's what I'm saying.
Mhm.
So when a lot of people be looking up to different whomever, you know what I mean, which is celebrity worship, but anyway, they gotta still ask for money too. They
Mhm.
gotta ask for more money. They gotta ask for more benefits. So this is what we was. This is getting to a whole discussion as far as about ownership. You know what I mean?
No, it's not
And
only they gotta
equity,
ask for more
ownership
money,
and
they gotta
equity.
fight for it. They
Oh,
gotta
you said they
fight
gotta
for
fight
it.
for it too. Oh
Yeah,
man.
because you gotta think about it. When the season, when football season's going on, basketball season going on, look how the owners talk about their players. It's all smiles, it's all love, it's all hugs. When it's time to renegotiate, that player becomes a slave in their eyes. It goes from "I'm loving you" to "No, it's war." When the billionaire gonna love his money more than he love the player. 9 out of 10 times. There's very few owners, very few business owners, very few entrepreneurs who have business that are successful. A lot of people get money and they just get stupid. I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I'm talking like emotionally. I'm not talking about like how they manage their money and shit. I'm talking about just the emotional high that people get when they get money. The They just lose themselves. See what I'm saying? You get to see how these owners really feel about the player. Telling you, it's no different when you work at your job. Like Cosmic said, these warehouses. There's a reason why the union was created. It's because back in the day, everybody was working, working, working. They was working like a dog, and then when it was all said and done, they wasn't getting shit in retirement. They wasn't getting none of the benefits that they were supposed to get. So as a person who work a 9 to 5, or a person who's a athlete, let's say, or let's just say you got a 1099, you selling something, oh, you're gonna have to fight. You're gonna have to fight. You're gonna have to fight because that paperwork is everything. That paperwork, hell, I'm going through it right now with Lyft. Every like Ever since Lyft and Uber been making more money, oh, they've been screwing the drivers. I think Uber and Lyft get I think they get like 60% of each ride, 60, 65, 70% of ride, and they get a driver pennies. But we gotta be on the road. We got to be punching the clock. We got to be putting miles on our engine. We got to be changing our tires every 3-4 months. And if anybody change tires, they know how much them tires cost.
Man,
See
don't
what I'm
get me
saying?
started. Don't get me started over there with that. Go ahead.
I'm gonna be honest. They Lyft and Uber should be paying for that, not you. They should have it to where once you reach a certain amount of miles, they should automatically give you free tires. I'm just being real. But they not
Mm,
gonna do that. You gotta fight for that.
mm.
You gotta get a union. I bet you
Either that,
Uber
either
and
that,
Lyft. Mhm.
either that, or you got to build your own Uber and your own Lyft. You got to create that, and then you just got to pay better. That's how you reverse engineer that, ain't it? I'm listening.
I believe that's the best option because Uber and Lyft, they gonna be mad as hell if drivers get a union. It's really gonna get ugly if the rideshare companies, because that's what's happening now. Them unions, they trying to form right now. Motherfuckers that ain't got screwed over by Uber, Lyft. Oh, a union is being built right now. You best believe it. And if you out there and you really want to start your own rideshare service, you probably should. You should. You probably should strongly consider it. And I'm gonna be honest with you, with the gas prices and the way inflation is going up, people are going to revert to rideshare People are gonna revert to catching a train. Shit, maybe even catching a bus, depending on how close it is to their job or to their home. I'm gonna just be honest with you. It's people. A lot of people gonna have to start cutting back to even survive, especially if you live in a city like LA. Right now, I live in Los Angeles. We going through gentrification like crazy. Look up the city of Inglewood and how the black residents of Inglewood is fighting the city. The black residents are fighting gentrification. Why? Because the prices is going up. And them prices going up, what does that mean? That means if you out there, Yolanda, you out there, Patrice, you better tell your nephew, better stop gang banging. You better stop game banging or figure something out. Let me tell you something. You ain't gonna be able to act a fool in Inglewood too much longer. They gonna change all that. I'm not saying ain't gonna be no crime or it's gonna be completely clean, but all right, I'll give you an instance. Look at the city of Irvine in California. That's like, I want to say like one of the top 5 cleanest cities in America. Watch how fast they gonna try to make Inglewood. They gonna try to turn Inglewood into that. I guarantee it. It's too much money. Think about what's coming: the World Cup, the Olympics, and all that shit is coming to LA. All that shit's coming to Los Angeles. Everything going up. So, I would suggest you got kids out there, teenagers in high school, tell them to focus on economics. They don't like math, tell them to figure out a way to like math. They got this AI platform called CyMath, CYMATH. And it's an AI platform that teaches you, like, it teaches you anything: algebra, pre-cal, calculus, geometry. That's the worldwide language. Math,
Hey,
y'all.
send me that link, B. Send me that link. I needed to teach me some different language so I can get bilingual. That right there, I wish I'd have taken that more seriously, man. Being bilingual, man, because that'll open you up to a whole lot more networking opportunities, man. When you know what another ethnic group is saying, you know what I mean? And you could just switch it up like they switch it up. When we come around, they start talking a language that we may not be familiar with. You know what I mean? Uh, what do you got any more notes? You got some more notes?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Right? Create your plan for
Come
the
on with
year.
Come on with
Re- I'm gonna say it again. Create your plan for the year. Review your performance for that plan every month. And what I mean by that is,
mm.
if you know you got a performance eval coming up at the end of the month that you're gonna do on yourself, it should force you to focus on taking the week serious, taking the day serious. And the reason why I say that is because it all starts with taking it day by day. You want to take it day by day. Yes, you want to have a plan for the week. You want to have a plan for the month and the year, but you want to take it day by day. Take your time. Be patient with this. Learn to be agile. Your plans are going to change. You might switch jobs. You might not, your plan might be to become, let's say you want, let's say you want to become a CNA, right? You want to be in the medical field. You want to be a CNA by the end of the month. I want to say a CNA is like a 9-month program. I want to say 6 to 9 months. Let's say you want to be a CNA, and then you start to be a CNA, and you realize, I don't want to do this shit. That's okay. That's nothing wrong with that. Don't feel guilty about it. Don't feel down about it. Don't feel like a failure. We are put here to try new things, but don't try. Just do it. I don't even want to say try. We are put here to just go. It's not your job to know the result. You're not God. You know what I mean? We're not supposed to know the result,
you say
but we're
try.
supposed to put the work in.
You say try. You say trial and error. You say trial and error along with some critical thinking, and then that'll measure sometimes the level of ratio of success. For example, when we were smaller, and then we had, let's say we wanted to jump across a little lake without our feet touching or something. So you have to measure. It's a measurement. You know what I'm saying? do this investment over this investment. You know what I mean? Like you saying with the study and researching of certain investments or different even just day to day. Should I go to this store? Should I not go to this store? Should I, like you said, should I cut back? Just day to day thoughts of making decisions. You see what I'm saying? So a lot of this stuff gonna come down to, like you said, it's gonna be disciplined, and sometimes it's gonna be a little boring. So you gotta have them what they call accountability partners. To kind of keep you encouraged, not just to stay on you to stay on schedule, but just to keep you encouraged. In those moments of just whether it be even though like just like a workout partner, this is his finance. You see what I'm saying? So just to keep things on schedule, to keep you not to keep you focused. You know what I'm saying? And et cetera, et cetera. So how important is that accountability partner? And who would you say would be the best person to do that? Would it be a person you know or a stranger?
I'm gonna be honest with you. When it comes to accountability, you you're gonna wanna. I would say if you have a significant other, if you have a wife, I would say talk with over with your wife. Um, Tell her in a way that she can understand. Tell her in a way to where, you know, tell her this is my plan for the future. This is my plan. And this is how I see myself in the next 5 to 10 years, and see how your significant other reacts. And the reason why I say that is because a lot of us, we in relationships, we have girlfriends, or we have, a significant other. And I'm not saying somebody you just started dating. I don't think you want to have this talk with somebody you just started dating. But if you'd have been locked down with this person for about 9 months to a year, you've been around, you didn't got the right vibe, I would say start with that, your significant other. And if you don't have a significant other, I would say start with your mom, start with your dad, start with somebody that you could like, that you know. I mean, it's like if I tell them this, I could damn near guess how they gonna react. Like if I tell my mom, Mom, I'm gonna be in the pest control industry, right? Like I told her that last week. I knew how she was gonna react. When she reacted the way she reacted, I just knew it. I knew it. I was like, bam, that's her. That's how you kind of want to do these things. You want to kind of start with somebody you know first. And if somebody you know ain't the right person, or you feel like they tell you, man, you should focus on this, or man, why are you even focused on that? I'll give you a story. When I wanted to go back to school last fall for not this past fall in 2025, I got accepted into Arizona State. I'm gonna tell you, everybody told me not to go to school. Everybody told me not to go, whether it was the right thing to do, the wrong thing to do. I thought it was a positive move for me. Everybody was like, nah, you shouldn't do it. Nah, you think you should do it. Now, I'm not saying me going to Arizona State and getting my degree is gonna be the end all be all, and I'm gonna get my degree and take over the world. We all know it don't work that way. But what I'm saying is, they don't know it's not gonna work that way. You don't even know it's not gonna work. I don't even know it's not gonna work that way. So nobody knows, and it's not for you to know. Okay, think about it like this: if you knew the outcome, you'll realize the whole process ain't even that fun no more. It kind of takes the fun out of it. It's like if you building. I don't know if anybody dealt with Legos. I didn't really deal with Legos growing up
Mm,
too much.
I like
But if
that.
you if you built,
When you know the answer, you take the process out. I like that. Go ahead.
it just kind of takes the fun out of it. It's like, you kind of wanna the unknowing is kind of fun in a way. It's kind of it's a scary feeling too. It's a little it's kind of anxiety, but it's fun. I'm gonna be honest with y'all. When I went back on fan base, I never thought in the world I'd be dealing with Royals United, or dealing with anything close like Royals United. I didn't even think that was possible in fan base. I didn't think that was
Hold on, hold
possible.
on, hold on.
You
Who
see
is
the
Royals
love.
United?
You
Hold
already
on, who
know
is
Royals
Royals
United.
United? Who is that? Who is Royals United?
the wave of the future. It's the wave of the future, y'all.
Small commercial break. Who is Rose United, man? What's going on with that over there, man? In Golden Crown. What's up with that? With that over there.
Man, Golden Crowns, y'all. We got our own app. We creating a platform for our people to not only grow, to succeed financially, emotionally, physically. We teaching mental health. We diving into the growth of our people. That's just the honest truth. We're talking network, TV shows. We talking events, concerts. I mean, we got an event coming up June 14th. Frank McComb is performing live. We got a jazz concert coming. Guys, if when I went on fan base last year, if you was to tell me I was gonna be a part of some shit like this, I would have said no fucking way. It's not gonna happen. Matter of fact, I would have told you straight up, they ain't gonna even deal with nobody like me. I would have told you they probably gonna be stuck up. They probably gonna be some niggas that got money and act weird. That would have been my honest answer. Guys, I'm gonna tell you, you do not know. You don't know. I've had people tell me, man, you shouldn't even do Uber. You wasting your time. Go get a real job. Guys, if I would have stopped doing Uber, I never would have gotten Arizona State. If I would have never gotten Arizona State, I would have never got on Fanbase. If I never would have got on Fanbase, I wouldn't be in front of you right now. So when they say don't have a plan B, they are not lying. Because you don't even know what your plan A is. You know what your plan A is as far as you know what it is going into it. You know what you want to do going into it. But if you go into your plan A and you realize, man, my plan A is to be a bodybuilder. But I started this bodybuilder thing and I realized, man, my trainer is an accountant and he wants to teach me how to be an accountant and work for him. Guess what? That's still plan A. Being a bodybuilder and then being an accountant, that's still plan A. That's not plan B. Because you wouldn't be an accountant without the bodybuilding aspect. That's all plan A.
Ooh,
You see what I'm saying?
come
That's
on with
all.
it.
You know what
Come on
plan B
with it.
is? Plan B is saying, I went to go be a bodybuilder. I went to go do it a couple weeks, and I just quit and said, fuck it, I don't want to be a bodybuilder no more. I want to go apply somewhere else. That's quitting. That's plan B. Starting all over again. All over again. Because guess what? Plan A is I went to go be a bodybuilder, and now my mentor is teaching me how to be an accountant. Guess what? You still could be a bodybuilder. You see what I'm saying? That don't stop you from being you could be a bodybuilder and an accountant. Here's what I'm telling you guys. You could do more than one thing. Everybody's telling you, man, just do this thing. Just be good at. Yes, you could. It's great to master something. It's great to be a master of something. But I'm gonna tell you something. All of this shit works together. All comes together as one. Michael Jordan wouldn't be the best basketball player if he didn't put the work in. If he didn't put those workouts in that we didn't see, he's not Michael Jordan. You see what I'm saying? So just understand this. It's a work in progress. The work you do in the dark and the work that's done in the light. They all go together. It's all one. And if you put the work in
Real
in
quick,
the dark, it's going to come to the light.
Yep. Absolutely. But real quick, we had a question. Messiah Brand, salute to J Dub, Jeremy Jones of the Messiah Brand and Vice President of Royals United and Golden Crowns. He said United, man. Okay, real quick. As far as what I know about Royals United, y'all, I'm just finding out about them, you know what I'm saying, myself, you know what I mean? So, from the little bit I do know about them, they melanated on, Coppertone, indigenous, etc. on. Economics. It's based in group economics. They grow in capital. You know what I'm saying? They got a membership. You know what I'm saying? You get some great perks. You know, you get some AI courses. You get access to the radio station. I mean, I think they got their own radio station too called Royals United Radio. You know what I'm saying? You get access to the radio station. You get access to a great pool of higher level beings, you know what I'm saying, in different professions and multiple professions and crafts and expertise, etc. You know, that right there is limitless right there. So, you know, and then you have Golden Crowns. Real quick commercial. You have Golden Crowns. I was seeing this new app called the Golden Crowns is coming out. GOLDN Crowns with a K, KROWNZ. That app. So I was checking them out, and then you know we got they got a whole app going on. You know what I'm saying? So they got the app, they got the merchandise on the Royals United, they got the membership, sponsorship packages, cash back referral package. That means if you refer someone, you get actual real cash back. You know what I'm saying? So what role do you play in that West Coast ability? What role do you play in Royals United or Golden Crowd, Royals United, etc.? What role do you play?
Man, I'm like I said, I'm an alumni. I am a member. I am honored to be the CFO for Royals United and Golden Crowns. I'm excited for this opportunity. I'm going to be a part of the finance division. It's a lot of great things coming to this app for all our people. We know finances have been our kryptonite. Financial literacy has been our kryptonite. All of that is about to change. All of that is about to change. But understand, when it changes, be ready. Stay ready. It's going to be a bumpy ride. And what I mean by a bumpy ride is you leading the way into something beautiful, something amazing. It's going to be a growing process. Look at anything that grows in life. Trees, flowers, fruit, they all got to push through the surface. They was talking about a tree the other day. A tree grows vertically and it grows up and it grows down at the same time. You see what I'm saying? That shows you that not only the power of evolution, the power of God. You gotta push through. Don't if it's too easy, it might be too good to be true. If it's too easy, y'all, it might be too good to be true. Um, Success comes with a
Mhm,
price. It do.
mhm,
It come with a price. But it's worth it. You're gonna love it because it's brighter on the other side. It is. It's brighter on the other side. But, but like I said, we're gonna be getting into group economics for our people. We're gonna be getting into networking, helping entrepreneurs, helping them start their business, helping them market their business, helping entrepreneurs with ad space. If you got a business, we want to offer you an ad space. You know what I mean? We're going to have events coming up very, very soon. Concerts, networking events. It's coming. I'm telling you, it's coming. And not only is it coming, it's gonna come in a way it's gonna be presented right. Because we want to put on the right show and we want to educate y'all and have you guys be aware of this new modern world that we living in. Because it's a lot that's not being said on the news. It's a lot that's going on behind the scenes, and so we definitely want to talk about that. But it's like I said, this is important, y'all, because especially if you got kids, this is really important for kids. Because if you know somebody, like if you a parent and you know you're not the best with group economics, put your kids on it, put your teenagers on it because they're gonna want to learn. They're gonna want to do it, and that's good for you. Because if you put your kids on it, guess what your kids gonna do when they become successful? They're gonna make it to where you ain't gotta work again. You want that? You want your kids to put you in a situation where you ain't gotta work again, and it can happen. But you gotta set them up, and also shit, join them. shit, join them. Even if you are slower than them in the process, you ain't got to be at the same rate. We all learn at different rates, different paces. I know Cosmic said something about earlier, like don't move too fast, don't rush yourself. You gotta, I'm telling you, is do your research. Take your time and learn. Because I'm gonna tell you something. If you invest too fast and you move too fast, you're gonna fall. But when you fall, it's gonna hurt bad. I'm telling you guys, look at people in the business world who invest into the wrong companies or they sign the wrong contracts. Look at how painful it is to get out of that contract. It's painful. No matter how much bitching they do on Instagram, no matter what they do, is once you sign the contract or once you sign that bad business service agreement, it's painful. I'd rather you go through the pain of doing your research, taking your due diligence, doing your time to learn. Cause yeah, you're gonna lose money that way too, but guess what? It ain't gonna be in the millions of dollars. In the project management world, we have a term called opportunity cost. And what I mean by opportunity cost, when you go to school, when you go learn a new skill set, when you learn a new trade, when you learn something new in life, it's an opportunity cost. And what does that opportunity means? That means you're choosing the opportunity over the guaranteed dollar, right? I'm gonna go to school Monday through Friday instead of work two jobs. Yes, the two jobs are gonna pay me more now, but that school that's gonna teach me that trade or that business that I'm gonna start and that business that I'm doing on the side and growing is gonna pay me 10 times more than two jobs will. I guarantee it. So learn about opportunity costs. If you don't want to take anything from this live, learn about opportunity costs. I'm telling you, it's gonna be a sacrifice either way. No matter what you do, it's gonna be a sacrifice either way. You're gonna lose money either way. You got to spend money to make money. Whatever you're doing, like you're gonna have to spend money to make money. See what I'm saying? Because if you go work a job, you're gonna have to. How you gonna get there? You're gonna take public transportation. You're gonna take the bus. You're gonna take a car. I'm telling you, everything costs. Everything costs. You're gonna have to spend either way. Hell, they designed the system that way. So let's learn how to beat the system instead of complain about it. Let's use the system to our advantage. Let's play the game.
Mhm.
You know what I'm
Reverse
saying?
engineer that
And
shit.
what I mean by play the game,
Reverse
yeah,
engineer that shit. Go ahead, go ahead. I'm just adding on reverse engineer that thing. Go ahead, I'm listening.
gotta play the game. Because yes, the system is designed to target minorities and keep minorities broke. Yes. The system is designed to keep low income people broke. Yes, it is designed that way. Yes. But you don't have to agree to that. You don't. You don't have to be a slave, guys. I'm telling you, you don't have to be a working slave. I'm not going to even say a slave. I don't want to say slave. A working slave. You don't want to be a worker your whole life. And if you do, no harm, no foul. I got ADHD. I ain't going to be a worker my whole life. I don't do good with supervisors and people over my head. Now, I do great with mentors. I do great with people that's tough on me because they want to see me do better. Oh, I love that. If a motherfucker can cuss me out because he wants me to really do better, I'm all for that. But working a job, getting cussed out by somebody who hates their job themselves, you don't want to go through that. And it's sad to say most
Yeah.
of these jobs are that.
Whoa, 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 whoa,
See what
whoa.
I'm saying? These jobs
Getting
are
cussed
that.
out, getting cussed out by somebody that what?
That wants to see you do better. Yes,
No.
if your mom cusses you, huh?
Hold on. You said getting cussed out by somebody that hate the job themselves. God.
Oh yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah, think about the supervisor at your job that used to always threaten to fire you. He's miserable. He's miserable. That's the joy he gets out of life is threatening you with your job. That's not a joyful job. Somebody that goes home and be like, yeah, I fired somebody today. I had to fire him. Ha 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 ha. That's not joy. That sucks. Now, if you want to be the guy that just wants to fire people all day, and be the yes man that fires people all day, because that's what a supervisor is a yes man that fires people. That's all he does is fire people on behalf of the boss who doesn't want to fire anybody. He wants to hire you to fire people. He wants to
Ah,
hire you to be the dickhead.
ah, damn. Do 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 do
It's
do
just,
do do. Go ahead. You cooking.
I'm
You
gonna just
cooking
be
and
honest. For those out there, if you work in a job and you hate your boss and you hate your supervisor, I'm gonna tell you this: don't think like that. Invest into yourself. Invest. I'm not telling you to quit your job. I'm not telling you to go to your job and say, fuck you, boss. Fuck you. I'm going home. Kiss my ass. Now I ain't telling you to go ham in that motherfucker. But have a plan. Have a plan and put a smile on your face when you make that plan.
have a plan.
Because
Hey,
your
look. Hey,
days,
look.
huh?
Put it all together. Have a plan to quit. There you go.
Have come up with a
Have a plan
plan
to
to
elevate.
quit.
Have a plan to move on. Have a plan to elevate. Have a plan to move on. That's what the presentation. A lot of presentation. You're doing all of these small steps in order to invest in getting yourself out of the gig and getting yourself out of the rat race as much as possible. So this is what all of these discipline and different things that we've been talking about, opportunity costs and different things of that nature. You see what I'm saying? So definitely plan, invest, do your research on your downtime, on your product, your service, your brand, your whatever your hustle, your side gig, whatever, your talent, whatever it is. Sometimes people have talents, natural talents, and we just don't know how to brand out, quote unquote, brand ourselves as far as putting out, making out packaging our talent and then being able to present it in a business or professional, quote unquote, e-commerce type of way. So what you think about that, G?
No, that's exactly how I feel. You gotta come up with a plan that's logical, a plan that's not just logical, a plan that see sometimes you gotta get away from the distractions, which that's what actually leads me to my other set of notes. You gotta get rid of all them distractions, y'all. When you trying to make a plan to quit your job, or you making a plan to do better in life, them distractions is gonna kill you. And I understand nobody wants to be bored. Nobody wants to get into a sense of being disciplined and being consistent every day with the same shit. But I'm gonna tell you something. Building that consistency, being around like-minded individuals is going to not only change you, but you'll find yourself every day, as every day goes by, you'll get less and less and less and less bored, less annoyed. You're gonna be more curious, more because when you learn, your brain loves that. When you learn new material, new information, your brain loves that shit. It's natural vitamins for the brain, pretty much. You want to load your brain with as much information as you can, especially the information that benefits you. Starting a new business, starting a new business venture. You could be starting a new business venture with somebody. Y'all could come together and y'all want to start a laundromat. You see what I'm saying? It's not a lot of money to start a laundromat, believe it or not. You would think it is. It's not. It's not. A lot of businesses that you want to invest into, small businesses, small franchises, they not a lot of money like you think they are. Don't get me wrong, it ain't free. It ain't $5. But a lot of these businesses, you'll be like, damn, I thought that business would be $1 million. It ain't even nowhere near that. Some of these businesses aren't even going for 30,000. Some people just want to get the business off, and they'll let it go for 30,000, 10,000, 5,000. sometimes people let go of a business because it's not because it's not profitable. They just like, fuck it. I found out that this business does more for me and I don't have nobody to pass this business down to. So they just have it for sale. They just want to get it off. Because a lot of times people have businesses that you got to put the time and effort into running there. You have to physically be present for about like 5 to 10 years sometimes. And a lot of times people find another business to where they don't even have to be physically present in, especially with all of these like like Cosmic said, e-commerce, online stores, digital real estate. People are starting to create these platforms and using AI to have them run on autopilot when they sleep, or you know they might want to go on a vacation for the weekend, or they might want to go hang out with their friends. But while they hanging out with their friends or they hanging out at the movies, the AI is running a business. So I got mixed feelings about AI, but if you know how to utilize AI, it can do wonders for you. I don't want to get off track and start talking about AI, but get around like-minded people, guys. Learn to start budgeting. Learn to start seeing where your dollar goes. Just that's the basics of
Yeah,
budgeting. Where is your dollar going? You know, and have a relationship with your money. Control your money. Don't if your money controls you, figure out how it's controlling you. Your money might be controlling you and you don't even know it. The urge to spend on bullshit might be controlling you. Because I'm gonna be honest with you guys, a lot of shit we spend our money on, it is bullshit. It's bullshit. And what I mean by it's bullshit, it's not the shit for you. Yes, the guys, I love a popsicle, right? Everybody, we grow up, we like popsicles, right? But what do you want? The steak or the popsicle? We all gonna want the steak, right? But if that steak comes with sacrifice and it comes with work ethic and it comes with discipline and it comes with consistency, do you still want that steak? I do. Because it's still a steak. I don't want to be comfortable with the popsicle. Yes, the popsicle tastes good. It's sweet. It does. It's amazing. I love it. But that popsicle is not fulfilling. It ain't going to do anything for me health-wise. All it is going
I
to give
take
me a
that,
sugar
I take that
high.
vegan. I take that vegan steak, by the way. But y'all go ahead. Keep going. Go ahead.
I mean, we could go vegan. You can go for all my people out there. That's even better. For all my people out there that
I do
don't like
plant-based
meat
steak.
like that. I'm sorry, y'all. That was a smoker. No, yeah. God bless
You
him.
know I'm
That's
saying? You ain't sorry.
God
You
bless him, y'all.
never saying. Go ahead. Go ahead.
But yeah, I had to switch my phone, y'all, because a lot of times smokers be seeing me, and I like to be outside when I'm recording. It's just peaceful. I like to get my air on, man. But y'all, I'm gonna tell y'all like this, guys. Start now. The
Mm.
time is now. Like Cosmic tell me, the time is now. Market now. Market your brand. Market yourself. Build yourself. If you want to work a 9 to 5 the rest of your life, build your resume.
Mm.
Start going to trade school. Get your certifications up. See what certifications. How am I say it? Find a job that you would like to do and see what certifications um correlate with that job, that complement that job, because you're gonna make more money.
Also,
This is the-
also
Mhm.
with the gig, if you're gonna do the gig, make sure you check into the AI thing that's coming, the humanoids and different things, and how it's gonna affect your certain type of industry. Do you need the skill? Do you need to skill up? Meaning you need to upgrade your skills, whether it's intellectually, whatever have your abilities or whatever have you, whether it's the job stuff or whatever, training and all of that stuff, in order to keep up with the changing of the workforce. You see what I'm saying? So a lot of people are falling victim to that as well. They might have been, like you say, they might have been working since the 70s, 80s, or whatever have you, and it was a certain type of way. And certain people are kind of stuck in their ways and not really keeping up with just technology and just ever changing things that's going on. But yeah, we're gonna get ready to wrap it up right after this, God. What you got?
Now, all right, I'm gonna just be honest with y'all. I got some other notes, but I'm gonna say that for part three. So, because these other notes is really, really good too. But I'm a fine tune them. And the reason why I'm gonna fine tune them because it's gonna be a lot of things that go on until part three. I already know it's gonna be some life changing shit that's gonna be going on. But the last thing I'm gonna leave y'all with is distractions will make a failure out of all of us. Being around the wrong people, the wrong crowd, the wrong energy, uh, family, friends. I don't give a fuck who it is. Mom, dad, sister, nanny. I don't care. If they're negative, you can love them from a distance. You can check on them every now and then, tell them you still love them, but you don't gotta be around that energy. It sucks you dry. It drains your energy, y'all. You know what I mean? I had to get rid of a lot of people in my life because I'm telling you guys, being around the wrong people, it's like they say, you be around 9 broke people, you're gonna be the 10th one. If you hang around 9 people that like to rob, shoot, steal, and do some weird shit, you're gonna be the 10th motherfucker that's gonna be on that. Now, if you wanna be that, cool. Hey, live your life. But if you really wanna live life and you really wanna grab life by the horns, it's gonna be a process. It's not gonna be easy. Start now though. Put the plan in place now. And if you don't have a plan, come to Royals United. Come to goldencrowns.app. www.goldencrowns.app. Golden, GOLDN Crowns. KROWNZ. www.goldencrowns.app. If you don't know what you want to do in life, come to the app. We will get you right. We will find out what you're good at. We'll get you right. It's a process. It ain't gonna be easy. But don't get caught up in distractions. Be your own man. Lead your own way. Don't believe in the hype, man. And I'm gonna leave y'all with that, man. Royals United is in the building. Golden Crowns is in the building. This Week Flows is in the building. You already know what time it is, man. Family, baby.
All right, we got another one. We got another one in the books, man. We got another in the books. Salute the West Coast Billy. Salute the West Coast Billy. Gratitude for your time and space in the PS. Make sure you check out Warriors with a Z. Warriors.com. Also, Warriors with a Z. UnitedRadio.com. Check that out. Make sure you check that out. And make sure you check out Golden, GOLDN Crowns with a K and a Z. That's how they find you, man. Where can they get some consultation? Where can they get some counseling sessions and coaching and all that, G? Talk to them about it.
All right, y'all. If like I said, I'm Billy D, y'all. West Coast Billy. My Instagram is IamBillyD_. Man, I'll be posting my podcast. Y'all can find me on Instagram too. This Week Flows. But like I said, I'm always promoting my brand. I'm always doing business. Always starting new business ventures. I am a business independent business broker. You can go to my site, easytree.me/DACTWF. So Easy Tree, EasyTree.me/D as in dog, A as in alpha, C as in Charlie, T as in Thomas, W as in win, and F as in final. easytree.me/DACTWF. I'll put all of my links on there for as it pertains to my brokerage. So that's payment processing, ID theft, ID theft and protection. At David Allen Capital, we offer gig funding. You can get up to $10,000 if you're a rideshare driver. Anybody with a 1099, come schedule that free consultation with us. We offer loans for small business owners. If you qualify, we got instant funding the next day. If you qualify, I'm telling y'all right now, I'm on the grind. This is just the beginning. My brokerage is just the beginning. Me being the CFO of Royals United and Golden Crowns is just the beginning, y'all. We building something. We building something special. And we invite you. We invite our people. Come fuck with us. We love y'all. We appreciate y'all. Everybody that tune in to this episode, this live show with me and Cosmic, I appreciate you. We appreciate you. We love y'all. Y'all stay focused. Y'all keep y'all head on the swivel. Be safe out there. Watch your back. It's weird shit going on. Protect your kids. Protect your wife. I don't know. Remember that song back in the day? Hide your kids, hide your wife. Man, hide your kids, hide your wife, yo. Protect your loved ones, y'all.
All right, y'all.
So,
Guess what? Hope all is well, man. Make sure you donate. Make sure you subscribe. If you don't donate, man, let's just at least hit the subscribe button. Make sure you share this out. You show what it's all about. And yeah, let me get you.
let's go, baby. Like, comment, subscribe, share. Let's go.
And that too. And guess what? Y'all, peace.
Peace, y'all.